Hello, good morning, and welcome to this lesson today. And we shall be discussing about feature stories, the ways of generating ideas for feature stories, the way we go about structuring feature stories. Just a brief introduction about feature story. So, what is a feature story? A feature story is an in-depth write-up tends to look into issues in a more deep or a more in-depth manner. So in feature stories, we have organization, and this is the main idea we're going to be looking into in today's video. So number one you should know is that feature write-up uses the inverted pyramid style, which is very different from the news write-up. So feature write-up, uh, we start from the more or the more basic or the more general information, and as we go down structuring our feature story, as we narrow down, we go to more and more important details as we move down. So let's look at some of the sources of generating ideas for feature stories. Among the sources for generating ideas for writing a good feature stories will include newspaper, where we have the news stories. So in previously written information, we will just sum them up as previously written information from journals, from newspapers, from books, from magazines, and we can get ideas of news where we can later sit down and analyze and develop a feature story. Remember, a feature story is not timely. A feature story is not bound by time, different from a news story. So that's one of the source. The second source for generating ideas for feature stories through personal experiences and other people's experiences. Thirdly, interviews. Interview is a good source for developing and generating feature story ideas, because once you sit down with someone and take their interview, then you get the facts and the basic ideas and concepts to write a good feature story from. So other ideas, you can look them up on Google. You can try and watch other YouTube videos, and you'll get many other sources of ideas for feature stories. Not limited to this, there are some other sources we can just mention quickly, which include, for example, works, literary works or creative works of individuals. For example, music, we have films, we have documentaries. These ones can be a very good source for future stories. Once you analyze these movies, these films, this music content, you can later write reviews. This can be music reviews, video reviews, documentary reviews, and so on and so forth. So those are some of the, so as I previously mentioned, in the feature stories we have what is called an inverted pyramid style or an inverted pyramid structure, where we start with the more general information, more general ideas as we start writing our story, and as we move towards the body of the story, we get into more specific ideas, specific content, and towards the bottom is where we have now the facts. So for example, when you're writing a feature story, let's give an example of creating awareness on patients, or creating awareness on spina bifida, something like that. It can be an illness, and we're writing a story on the top headline, creating an awareness on spina bifida. So we will start with the general information, and as we move towards the end, we find the statistics and the facts about the disease itself. So of course we'll have a headline, we'll have the byline in the feature story, and we have characteristics that differ between feature and news story.